How do you handle misunderstandings or miscommunication when they arise? Communication to a relationship is like an oxygen to life. Without it, dies. Hi, I'm Rachna Khanna live on my Facebook page, and I'm very excited to bring this topic. Thank you so much to everyone who messaged me to talk about communication. So thank you. I would love to receive your love. If you're watching live, come and say hi to me. And if you're watching it later on, #replay. And show your love in the comments. If you want to send me a message, more than happy to receive messages. Always welcome because you matter. So what is communication? Communication definition, it is a process of exchanging information, ideas, thoughts, feelings, messages between individuals and or groups. It can be a verbal, non-verbal, written, visual, and is essential for creating, understanding, and building relationships. Good communication is a bridge between confusion and clarity. How awesome is that? So, I have a question for all of you. What do you believe are the key components to effective communication in both personal and professional life? Share your thoughts in the comments. Certainly, communication is important. It is important because it builds trust. It also builds rapport between two people or a group of people in both personal and professional scenarios. And it also facilitates collaboration and teamwork, leading to the higher productivity. It also helps resolving conflicts because there is clarity and thus helps and resolves misunderstandings. It enhances clarity and direction in conveying the message accurately. To effectively communicate, we must realize we're all different. No two persons are same. They communicate differently in their different way. I always love to believe, and I also share it with so many people, we don't see the world as it is. We see the world as we are. So when we are communicating as we think we are and not if someone else would also understand. So it always gives us some place and pace that to effectively communicate, we must realize that we are all different in the way we perceive world and use this understanding as a guide to our communication with each other, which would also mean we are listening actively. It's an art. We are present to when people are talking to us. There are some strong statistics in the workplace. 86% of the employees and executives cites lack of collaboration or ineffective communication for workplace failures. Poor communication can cost companies up to $420,000 per year. Too much. On an average, miscommunication costs around $37 billion annually. Companies with effective communication practices are 3.5 times more likely to outperform their competitors. Employees who feel that they have a voice in their organization are 4.6 times more likely to feel empowered and perform their best. Effective communication boosts employees' productivity as much as by 25%. That's a lot. But today I wanted to talk about something else. Yes, communication in every sphere is important. But today I wanted to talk and touch upon relationship communication. Have you heard of relationship communication? It refers to the ways in which individuals interact and convey messages within personal relationships, such as between romantic partners, family members, friends, colleagues. An effective relationship communication helps to build trust, foster understanding, and maintain a healthy and fulfilling connection. There was a research published in the Journal of Family of Psychology found that partners who felt heard and understood during conversations were 50% more satisfied in their relationship, which is so cool. And I strongly believe that in the relationship, whatever relationship that you have, whenever you are having a conversation and you're having that communication, how present you are. While we understand men are different, women are different, there are certain challenges which you can't deny. There is a difference in the way they speak, there's a difference in the communication style. Men tend to be more focused on problem solving with women. Usually, women would focus more on emotional connection. That's the very big difference. Emotional expression, women generally expresses emotions more openly, whereas men find it harder to articulate their feelings. Men are from Mars, women are from. I do not know if you've heard of this book, which I'll talk about this later. And then listening skills. Sometimes men may seem less attentive because they might focus on specific points rather than the whole conversation. So this is statistics saying this is not something every man does it or every woman does it. This is just the statistics. From the statistics, this is generally what men would do and women would do. Body language, differences in how body language is interpreted and used can create misunderstandings. Like, for example, you're present, but you're saying something else, but your body language is something else. Like, I'm very happy. Well, it doesn't match if you're happy, really. I love this book, Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. There's some key points and highlights I like to share and have a laugh. If you have a time, go ahead and read it. It's a beautiful book. I have read it once and I loved it, and there were key points I wanted to share. So there is a difference in the emotional needs between men and women. Men and women have different primary emotional needs. Men primarily seek rapport, respect, trust, and appreciation, whereas women primarily seek care, understanding, and reassurance. That's a key difference that they say in the book. Communication styles, men and women communicate differently. Men often, like I said before, they often talk to solve the problem. They think that they're born to solve problems. And they're more direct, whereas women talk to connect and are more expressive. Sometimes women don't even want solutions. They just want to be heard and validated. Maybe this is helping some of the men there. Put your hand up. Coping mechanisms. When stressed, men tend to withdraw and think over their problems alone. And while women prefer to talk through their issues and support and understanding. Expression of love. Men feel loved when their efforts are appreciated, while women feel loved through verbal and emotional expression of affection. Conflict resolution. Men prefer clear, direct solutions to conflicts, whereas women may need to discuss and express their feeling before the resolution. Like, for example, sometimes women would never want to get into the solution mode unless and until they are heard and they had their peace of mind shared. One of the greatest motivational speakers, Simon Sinek, offers valuable insights on relationship communication, emphasizing the importance of trust, empathy, and mutual respect. And I am a huge fan. If you get a chance, go on to YouTube and listen to his videos and his books. He is awesome. There are certain key points he talks about how to build trust. Trust is a cornerstone of any strong relationship. He emphasizes that trust is built over time through consistent actions and transparent communication. When we say transparent communication, it takes effort. It's not easy sometimes because, from the very beginning of our growth or younger years, we try and keep our mask on, and we have our coping mechanisms. That's why we are not straightforward. So that's why it is difficult to be vulnerable. It is difficult to be straightforward, and sometimes we just try to hide things behind a mask, which will take time to build that connection strong. So that's why it's a journey. It's a trust that you have to build over time. Empathy, understanding the feeling and perspective of others, is crucial. Empathetic communication fosters connection and mutual understanding. I'm a huge fan of empathy. I was so much empathetic that I used to sometimes forget about myself. I would straight out understand people and try and give solutions to their problems, which I thought was not necessary. Sometimes just being present with the people who need that attention is useful. So empathy is a great tool and a great skill to have. Active listening, truly listening to your partner. When active listening means just not what you're saying, but truly listening also means what you're not saying, your body language, the way you're looking at the person, the way you're sitting, the way you're talking, everything about, are you present to that person, and how much listening you can do and ask and paraphrase when they're talking to you. So truly listening to your partner without planning or your response or interrupting shows that you value the thoughts and feelings. Honesty and transparency, being open and honest about your thoughts, emotions, creates a foundation of trust and prevents misunderstandings. And that's for any relationship that you are in. Consistency, consistent communication helps maintain reliability and demonstrate commitment to the relationships. Vulnerability, being willing to share being vulnerable can strengthen the bond, trust between partners. It shows that you're human and you're approachable and you matter, and it's okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to be you. Effective conflict resolution addresses conflict calmly and constructively, focus on resolving issues rather than winning the arguments. Sometimes we get into the discussion or having a conversation just to win over it, that I am right and you're wrong. But when it comes to relationship communication and conversations, it's about sitting together and understanding each other and following a pathway which builds a strong relation. So it's not about winning, it is about understanding and becoming more close. And another very important and very basic and often missed is appreciation and recognition. Regularly showing appreciation and recognizing your partner's effort and quality strengthen the relationship. As simple as that. If they make a cuppa for you, or they make a dinner for you, or if they are taking care of your clothes, or if they are doing the bookings for you, or they are paying the bills on time, these little things matter. And if you go ahead and appreciate and tell them how much you appreciate what they're doing, it's awesome. Here are a few quotes that Salmon highlights these principles. Trust is built on telling the truth, not telling people what they want to hear. That's a big one. Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those you are in charge of. Communication is not about speaking what we think. Communication is about ensuring others hear what we mean. Effective communication is more than just exchanging words like this one I did. It's about understanding and connecting on a deeper level. As you continue to explore and improve communication, remember that the goal is to build meaningful relationships and create a positive impacts. It's the relationship that matters. It's the conversation that brings meaning that matters. And if two people are together and they are able to see each other, and if they are able to make each other feel valuable, and that will take a huge amount of pressure from the relationship. Because when two people give equal space and they are able to hold space for the other person with gifting their presence alone, it's a big contribution to that relationship. So I hope this makes sense. Comment in the chat box, how did you like it, and message me, how did you find it? Was it useful? And did you find specifically something good? I would love to hear that. I have a question for you. What new communication strategies are you excited to implement in your personal or professional life? I would love to hear. Message me, comment here, whichever way you like it. I hope you enjoyed today's live, and I love to hear your feedback. So don't forget to share your love, comment, or send me messages. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you soon. Bye.